Dad's not out there today. We're going to town. We're going to get some nuts at the one of the best places to get hardware, and I mean for 100 miles around. I'll show it to you when we get there. I'm going to get them nuts for the back of the underneath those U-bolts back there. Now, I got an oil pan coming and all that other stuff, so we're going to see how much oil we leak out. The pressure looks good now, but we're hot. We're like 52 pounds after driving maybe 8 or 10 miles. Somebody's behind me, so I better pay attention. Brakes are working fine. Here we are. Okay, it's a long way away, but it's worth coming here. So, I'm not a sponsor, but I sure like these guys. Get that old, is that a Riviera? Genuine Christmas. Alright, let's see where I can park here. Oh, ow, ow, oh, ow. Oh, there's something cool over there. Alright. Alright. What business you in, Saw? Nuts! Okay. Rare event. Nobody was in there. I got these kind. Couldn't have been better. Those dome kind, it's going to look good down there and be functional. I think they call those top locks. Yeah, I listen to classical music in DAF. I have solid ignition wires, so I can't keep them there. And let's go get some other stuff. I got to get some Pella tape and some white electrical tape. I think I've been out trucked here. Look at those things. All right, cool. Except they don't have wraparound glass like I do. Those are nice. This is a cool place. Except for that thing. This is going to be a wide, comprehensive video. So, you know, I'm going to just, once again, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times I record this stuff because it's a timestamp for me. So I got my, there's the place I got this stuff from. It's worth the drive. It's a long way from me, but it's worth it because I got those kind of locking nuts. Let's see, DAF, since I adjusted the motor up a little bit to get the valve covers off the dipstick tube for the gearbox, the Turbo Hydromatic 350. The fan is rattling. That's something I've dealt with. It's a Summit aftermarket fan shroud, and no sweat. I'll deal with that. I got a couple other things I want to do. So this just came, not a sponsor. So let's see what we got in here. I'm gonna probably pull bearings out. I gotta wait on some other stuff to come. Whoa! I need a new one of those on my on the back of my little Snow Bear trailer. So this is a gasket set. This is the now I heard they make this an offset, and I have learned today what that little white thing is. That's an ooh, oh, it comes with that thing. Well, I ain't gonna need that thing because I've ordered the metal kind. It'll be here Friday, and I don't know. I might make a two-part out of this. Who knows? So I'm going to read the directions on this rear main thing. I probably nicked it putting it in a long time ago. It's been in there several, maybe 5 years. So I'm going to, before I open this, I probably will, maybe I can turn that over inside the bag, because if you open the bag, you own it. And I believe that. That's the right thing to do. So, but that's that thing that goes on the oil pump drive tool thing. I wouldn't use that on a bet. New one's what, $12, the metal kind. So I've been studying up on how to do this. I probably did it wrong to start with. Well, let me get the rest of this out. Oh, what have we got in here? Oh, some kind of a newspaper. Boy, they big on that quick response code thing, aren't they? Okay. Well, I'll probably look through that just to kill time. So I'm looking at Clevite bearings now. I don't know if I'm going to pull the bearings, but I might. Just because you're there, and if they got any wear on them at all, you might as well just do it. They're not expensive. So let me pull this stuff open, and we've got a little rip down thing, and see what we got here. I was able to flip that around inside the bag. Pretty sure I'm going to be using it, but I just kind of wanted to read the back of it before I opened it. And it's not it's not really that informative, or look it up online. You'll see guys who've got some great points on this. And but read it. And anyway, some good advice here about the outer edges. Of course, we all know that wherever the two edges meet, you put a little RTV in there. Room temperature vulcanization, and lubricate the seal lips of the crankshaft with motor oil grease if it's going to sit for a while. And I got a feeling that's going to sit there for a while. So let's take a look at this. Oh, did you slip back down in there? Here we go. Okay. And incidentally, I got to see the new gasket. I just got the Jegs kind because I already had the Felpro kind, so I didn't need the hardware and all that other stuff. So I think that saved me $10 or something, so I'll take that. Okay, and it's just on the floor, and I understand there's some measurement you got to take here. But here we go. Thing's heavy. I'm happy about that. So what is this thing? It's a, there you go. It would be upside down. Stock replacement 55 to 80. And I'm a left side dipstick. And let me get it out of the plastic and see what we got here. I keep having to unbox stuff. So there's some kind of 55 to 75 where this is 2 5/8 or something, and there's a thick and a thin and whatever. And so I don't know. I think I'm going to be fine. I believe this is well, 305. That's all you need to know. It's going to be fine. It's going to be just dandy. And feel better about the whole thing. Oil pump and everything will be here Friday. We're going to take her down and start draining the oil out of her and pull some bearings out of her and see about getting those. I'll probably get those locally. I just prefer that because if you've got a problem, you can just deal with it right there. Something that deep and personal like crankshaft bearings, can't get more personal than that. And you just kind of want to make sure you get those in your hand, locally, and then that way you won't have any trouble having to mail them back. And that mailing back stuff's a real pain. Well, this is a nice pan. It's heavy. It comes with hardware, but that's not going to be deep enough if you use that kind of gasket. So you'll need something. You'll need something deeper than that. And so I think they're 7/16 and half heads and quarter and 5/16 threads. So whatever those are, but just leave them in there. Use them for something. Mike could use the nothing else. Use those, but I got tons of lock washers. So let's take a look at this thing. Like I say, it's nice and heavy. Some kind of goo. Oh, that must have been where that was taped on and fell off. That's what happened there. So get that off of there. And start out clean, huh? Little windage tray. Got the reinforcements on the back sides there and the front sides. That's nice. And try not to be too reflective on me here. Okay, so let's see what the drain plug looks like. Okay, so there's your drain plug. Comes with a little nylon GM that we're all familiar with from the 50s and 60s and whatever. Nylon washer. Okay, and all right, let's just see what this looks like. Let me get both hands on this. Well, let's take a look here because it looks like it's not great, but I think it is great. So you get your straight edge. I don't know where that came from. I guess it came from the radio station. I don't know. So let's put that there. It should be like 2 1/4, 2 5/8 or something. So that's 2 1/4 right there. Across there. Now I got this here, and I know this is a little, I kind of measured from this bolt hole to this bolt hole, and that's more or less 2 1/4. It seems like it's a little put this back here. Seems like it's a little chalky. I wish it was a little better, but I think it's going to be okay. Little one goes toward the back, I think. So, I can't do this one-handed, so, but you can tell it's going to be a tight. Seems to be a lot of gap right here, but it says right there. This is what I got, 75 to 85. So I'd have figured that would have been the taller one. And that, I guess that just kind of mixes them up between the 2 1/2 and the 2 5/8. And I don't know. Didn't really say. It'd be all right. It'd be okay. Just put in. I don't know. Let me look at it again. But it seems to be just a little bit. I guess you want it that tight. Some forgiveness there. Forgiveness on both sides. See how that lips over. So I think that'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. We've all heard the phrase "chrome get you home," but that's just a little too garish for me. I'm probably going to powder coat this. I don't know what color. I've got lots of yellow, and that's kind of the theme of Underneath Daphne, but I don't know what to think about it. But I don't think I'm going to be able to tolerate that. That's just sort of grotesque. It's just a little too much for me. Green subscribe button. I got my locking nuts ready to put on those. That'd be nice to just get that knocked out. Then we'll powder coat that thing. We're going to drain the oil out of this. Oil, not oil. And just look around down there. How about that? Oh, don't have the pokey bits where the pokey bits need to be. Well, I got to do it. You know, it's just part of the routine. I'm glad that I remembered to unplug that. Actually, I'm always, especially this time of year, lightning hits this and burns something up in the motor, and it just keeps jacking it up. I mean, you know, just any number of problems. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Is that enough? Let's go one more, because I got to get that 5-gallon bucket there to capture that oil. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's let her down on the safeties. Got my stops in there and everything. Ready to go. Let's put them on. One of these days I'll give you a little confession about what I did there, but not today. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, that's just dandy. All right, let's get them all on. All right, now I was gonna show you this too. Let's get the UV light. See that stuff? It's leaking like crazy. And but the one place it's not leaking, I don't think I need that light for that, is I don't think it's leaking. I don't know, it's wet right there. That could be from where I took it off though. Let's just, it's hard to see this in the daylight. Everything's lighting up, but I don't think it's leaking. No, I don't see it around the gasket up there. Always wear your eye protection. For this particular UV light thing. I don't think it's leaking out of my new valve covers. I might just get some brake clean and shoot up in there when I get this stuff all done. But it's dripping like crazy here. I drove it like 20 miles, maybe 30. And yeah, it's just dripping everywhere. Now the one thing that I noticed was it sure looks messy along here. And like I say, I think I see how it just looks like it's streaming down from all that stuff. So okay, we're gonna take it apart anyway. I got to get the bearings out of it. All right, let's do this. Okay, the only bad thing about this Flexzilla tool is they don't have the offside mark, so I just do it with some white out, and that helps. So, so we're on the on side. I think we might want to go to 2 on this one out of 3, and let's just let's not make too much noise about this. There you go. Put the spurs to her, Chuck. How many times have I stopped that song? Well, here comes the big sprayer. So, I don't want it landing on me. I'm gonna close that down. Just work with light here. Alright, so, yeah, wind's not blowing this way, but the wind around here changes all the time. So this is a tool I hardly ever use, this pneumatic ratchet, but we're going to pull this pan down and let's just look around, see anything unusual. Yeah, I hear him out there. I'm going to let him be. I'm not in the house, so it isn't safe. Okay, everything looks good on this side. Let's pull that pan down. I got everything ready. So, let's see what we get. I'll just leave that on, huh? Okay, we're getting there. Keep your eyes on the prize. And there it is. Okay. Well, alright, I wanted to show a little bit of that. Drip, 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 dripping oil everywhere. Alright, I don't think I got to jack this motor up any to get that thing off of there. I thought I had it. Let's see here. Hang on a minute. I'm trying not to use air on this. I thought I had that loose. Yeah, I got it loose. It's loose as a goosey. Let me just get this out, and then maybe you'll hear some banging and clanging. Whew. Glad I got the gloves on here. Okay. Oh, you just go in there. All you go in there. All right, let's, my hands are, I'm going to get ready to throw these overalls away anyway. They're about to just rip to pieces there. Okay. I don't think I gotta jack it up. You know, I kind of think I do. And there I was mouthing off, huh? Well, let me get a jack stand, jack up the front of it a little bit. Don't take much. I kind of remember that now. It just barely don't do it. What am I gonna jack on here? I don't think I want to jack on the harmonic balancer. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Alright, well, we're going to get to that. We'll look at it in a second. Alright, let's get this thing. Okay, well, can't see anything. Let's turn this back around this way, I guess. Alright. Alright, I got her down. Didn't take much jacking around. There's a bunch of oil in there. Okay. Well, let's just put that right there since it's sort of a I give up now kind of thing. So, you think that was low enough down there? So the only thing I want to do here is pull out a main bearing and a rod bearing. And there it is. there's that nylon thing. It's still there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to get oil all over here. See that brown looking thing right there? I'm gonna drip for a long time. It's still there. I can't believe it. There it is. See that brown looking thing right there? All right, let's get these. Let's get this oil pump off of here and get that old. Okay, I did the right thing. I did put some silicone on the corners. All right. All right. It's dripping in the pan. So let's see what size that is. I don't know. So all this stuff's coming. That was not welded right there. So I don't have a retainer on it. This pipe to the oil pump. So anyway, it's the center bearing. The one. Well, let's just take the oil pump off and the back stuff off, and let's see what this looks like. Ooh, it feels kind of melted right there. Ooh, I think that was a sign of it being hot. And there's the dipstick. Getting me. All right, let me get both hands on this, okay? I think we've seen this enough times. I just kind of want to make a record of it. Okay, before I took the big bolt out for the oil pump, 5/8 head, I went ahead and loosened these on the pump so it'd be just easier to deal with. So here comes the pump. So let's see where hopefully the rod comes with it. I see them two dowel pins. I don't know what's going to come flying out of here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's look at the way that thing's keyed. So it's north and south, front and back. Okay, and there's that thing I was trying to show you earlier. Ooh, spider. And we'll just put that down in there like that. Did they have a gasket on it? Don't look like it. Okay, so there's that going for us. Let's get this oil back, draining back in the back there. Okay, it don't matter. I'm not gonna be using any of that anyway. Okay, one's as good as two. Gonna have a lot of stuff to throw out of here. So, okay. Now we can get that bearing cap off, and I can get one of them rod bearings. Okay. If I were you too, I'd recommend that you make sure your dipstick's right. You know, check the capacity on your motor, and you know, pour that in there and then check it against your dipstick, because this one was actually incorrect. Let's get the pressure off of that. Who knows, the other one might just slip right on in there. You never can tell. So, but for now, let's just stop that. And I'm going to probably take that out of there because I'm going to let this, I always like letting my stuff down at night. Okay, so I'm staying relatively dry. I always look at this coolant drain plug and want to get it out, but I always remember, I think I brought the acetylene torch back here one time to no avail. So don't want to buy another motor just because of something like that. Okay, let's pull a cap off and look at some bearings. Tons of backlight here, but that's just the way it goes. I got one of the rod bearings loose. This is number 2, and the 2 goes, the bottom of the 2 goes to the back of the truck. Whoa! I'm not in love with that look. Okay. Well, okay, let's see if I can get that out of there. See what it is with one hand. Think I can do it with one hand? Looks like, okay. Let's go over here. Get out from under that oppressive feeling of being under there. Okay, Okay, so those, well, they're A series, A4. I don't like that. We need to get a better series than these. Well, we got that out anyway. We can wrap this thing up here in a minute. Ugh. Okay, after not much consternation, I got that out of there. And it looks like I did that probably the way you should do it. I think I might have gone a little too far up. I think somebody said that ain't good. You only need to go an eighth. So, all right. There's some ultrasonic in the future there, isn't there? I didn't realize that was the thrust washer one. But these are only 10 over. We'll look at them up at the house once I get them cleaned up. And let's see what these are, or what these look like anyway. Ooh, that ain't no good. Look at that, I'm down to the copper. Okay, well, my good call, huh? All right, well, let's go up and look at them at the house, and we'll do a wrap up, and then we'll let this thing down, and then we'll stop for the day. It's getting, well, I don't know what time it is. It's time to stop. What time it is? Okay, I got her down. She's almost on the ground, and then don't have to worry about that. Let's go up and look and see what we got. I took off another main bearing to kind of get the gist of it here. And let me make sure the battery's disconnected. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's close up and not jerk the camera around so much. But you get kind of in the heat of battle, you know. All right. Yeah, I gave her a good wash too, so it's good. Once every 2 or 3 years, I'll wash her. I'm positive I got these bearings from my friends in another place that I lived in at a time. But these are your A bearings. And I think that means aluminium. I'm not sure, but it looks like it. Be glad to get rid of those. Cleveite. But the thing that shocked me was I don't know when I did these bearings. It was early on in having Daphne. So I don't know much about American cars. But they're only 10 over. So we're going to go to the parts store tomorrow. Now this is a main bearing. And it's a male Cleveite 77A1. And there's a part number. And that's only 10 over. You imagine having an old 1978 305 that's been all over, I think it was in Charlotte for a long time, on the bad side of town. It wasn't on the good side of the Great Wall. And I'm really kind of stunned that it's only 10 over. I was really expecting 20 or 30. But there it is, plain as day, 10. Looks kind of bad. I don't know if I'm going to do what are those scratches there about? I don't know. Well, that's about all there is for that. So I got my brake adapter thing too, so that's good. I don't know. I just don't want to tell you about that, but I'm going to fix it. Meter's running, as a friend of mine says, as Mick says. I can say Mick to you guys. So anyway, this will be a good thing. This new oil pump, and I'm going to blueprint that oil pump like you see them do. Take the edges off, and polish the ports and all that stuff, and get the good oil flow going. And I didn't take that oil pump apart yet because I just not in the mood, and I didn't get in the mood to do any powder coating either. But that'll be enough for this one. So give us the big thumbs up there, and subscribe. And I'm going to be waiting for some hummingbirds. Catching up on the news a little bit. Got my pond liners. I'm happy about that. Okay, talk to you later. Thanks for spending some time with me. Bye-bye. I was hoping a hummingbird fly up at the last second. I change the nectar every 4 days. And in the middle of summer, I'll probably have to bump that because they'll drink all that. Nope, I keep talking, waiting for one to show up, but that ain't gonna happen. Alright, you saw it on the end of the other video the other day, so gotta take what you can get. I have a nice full pond out there. Maybe in a week or so. Alright, bye-bye.